What's going on, everybody? What's the scale? What's the story? What's the crack? Today we have another Irish political reaction video. Welcome back to County Gains News Network. This one is called Oireachtas Turf Row. Are rural voices being ignored? The Tonight Show, guys. Are rural voices being ignored? So anywhere in Ireland basically that isn't Dublin is rural. Okay, because Dublin has 95% of the GDP. Okay, Dublin has 1 million people in the city, and the rest of the country has, you know, the other 4 million or whatever, guys. The rest of the country gets like 5% of the GDP, gets no spending or very little spending, and is completely rural. Of course, guys, I live in the West. All right, the West is the best. And, you know, it is very, very underdeveloped and really doesn't have anything compared to Dublin, okay, facilities and all that type of thing. So this one should be incredible, guys. For those who don't know, turf is like basically coal, but it's like a soft kind of peat, and you put it into the fire. I just dropped a video 10 minutes ago. You guys can go back and check it out. The most Irish vlog of all time, a trip to the bog. So obviously someone in my family owns the bog. I don't want to say who, because the Green Party are starting to flip and ban the bog. And I went there very recently, guys. I went there about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And obviously we don't foot the turf, we don't cut the turf, guys, but I was collecting the turf, and a lot of it, guys, probably like 40 bags or whatever. And very, very hard work in the sun, very, very nice work, smells fresh. The air actually smells like butter out there, guys, in the bog. It's beautiful. It's the cleanest air in the world. I love the bog. I love going to the bog. For those who say to me, oh, Chris, you don't have a very Irish accent. Okay, guys, I'm trying to speak clearly and slowly on this YouTube channel. When I'm speaking to my friends, I sound like a damn culchie. When I'm speaking to all of you guys on the internet, I'm gonna have to speak clearly, okay? So let me speak the way I wanna speak, all right? Quit hating on me, okay? Now, check out that bog vlog. It was pretty good. But yeah, guys, obviously the government hates the bog. They're trying to ban the turf. Absolute scandalous. The turf is actually the cleanest emissions ever, okay? It has no emissions from it whatsoever. And everybody in Ireland, you know what I'm saying, guys? They always say, oh, I don't have an Irish accent, but I go to the bog. So if you've never been to the bog, then shut the hell up, okay? Because you're not as Irish as me then. Alright, I love you guys all. Hit that subscribe button, it's free. Let me know in the comments down below what you all think. And let's get it, guys, come on.
Now here at home today, the row over proposed restrictions around the sale of turf dominated business in the Dáil, with Sinn Féin calling the proposal half-baked. This evening, the Dáil debated a Sinn Féin motion calling for a halt to the ban, as it says now is not the right time. We can now take a look at some of those heated exchanges.
Smoky coal is the target here, not turf. And I think there's a responsibility.
And now they're hating on Polish people. I love Polish people. But the Polish coal is fine, guys. Just don't use too much of it. Kind of use it to start the old fire, and then use the turf kind of, well, use both to start the fire. But you know what I mean, guys? You can use both, but the coal, the turf is better than coal, okay? No hate on my Polish friends, but the turf is cleaner and better than coal, for sure.
There is a responsibility on all sides of the house, including Deputy MacDonald, to get off the fence now in terms of what's necessary, in terms of the health of people as well.
We need clarity now. Don't talk in riddles, Taoiseach. Just tell us that this madcap, half-baked, unfair notion, advanced by Eamon Ryan, is now officially ditched.
Because they created this mess. The Taoiseach said it was like taking wine off the people in France. The turf, kind of a nice catchphrase.
I thought the aromatic flavour of wine was more berry-like, and whiskey was more peat, you know.
You will be laughing when you'll be candy.
I think you all need to relax a bit.
When you will be
But no, listen, guys. Flipping, what's his name? Your man needs to relax. Micheál Martin needs to relax there. Not flipping the lads there, because they're kind of sticking up for, of course they're sticking up for turf, guys, not to be banned. They're from the country, guys, obviously. Michael Healy-Rae and what's my other man? This other guy here as well. He's a great guy, great senator as well, nice guy. Yeah, both these guys are standing up for turf, okay, and for it to not be banned, and it shouldn't be banned, guys. That's the last thing that should be banned. It's ridiculous. They should ban vapes. Why aren't they banning vapes and stuff that kills you, cigarettes? Not flipping turf. Turf is like, it smells like butter. You could eat it, you know what I mean? It's so fresh.
I think you all need to relax a bit.
When you
you're drinking too much green tea.
To come to you first, Minister Hackett, the Green Party has an awful lot of explaining to do around the issue. They've had to do an awful lot of explaining. We saw Eamon Ryan in front of TDs today, where we heard about robust and heated exchanges on the matter. Would you agree that it's been mishandled?
Absolutely.
Look, I think what's clear to see is that it's a very emotive issue. It's a very sensitive issue. But at the heart of this, it's about public health. It's about people's lives and their well-being. And that's where this has come from. We've had successive governments and successive environment ministers unable to bring this legislation through because of some of these sensitive issues that are being raised. But ultimately, every year in this country, 1,300 people die a year from poor air quality, and this is really what the focus should be on, about people's health.
But if you knew it was as sensitive as it clearly is, maybe some of the issues around individual use, cutting your own turf on your own land, exchange of turf with neighbours, that should have all been clarified and said from the get-go, that's okay.
Well, I suppose we're in a
Oh, okay, so that's kind of cleared up. So it is okay between your family, between your neighbours, but it should be okay for the vast majority of people as well, guys. Why would turf be bad? It's just ridiculous.
Process of consultation. There was a public consultation on this regulations this time last year. There's a second consultation now on the drafted regulations. And again, it's important to say that they're in draft form. So this consultation is ongoing, not only with the public up until the 3rd of May. So anyone listening tonight can feed into that. We've been engaging, we've engaged with Irish Rural Link, and indeed Minister Ryan has engaged with the government backbenchers today.
So you're saying no surprise really to any of this?
Well, I'm saying it shouldn't have been a surprise, because there certainly was consultation last year, and this has been a long time in the making. Well, the public were consulted last year for an extensive phase to design the regulations. Now we're having a consultation on the regulations as they are proposed.
And they would be those communities that would be individually affected by this?
Well, it was open to anyone to engage with the consultation, but I think the important thing is that we focus on the health piece. They are still draft, the regulations, and within that there is a lot of scope for people to cut on their own bogs, to sell and gift to local communities, and ultimately we're focused here on the air quality in urban settings.
Okay, air quality in urban settings is the focus, Michael Healy-Rae, and essentially this is an air quality issue, a public health issue.
Yes, first of all, to take apart your argument, Minister, you do realise that advocacy groups and voluntary groups working for older people and that are interested in protecting older people have come out and said that this proposal is completely wrong, because it will put older people, disabled people, vulnerable people, people on poorer incomes in danger, because it will remove their source of heat, and the heat is the comfort that people need in their homes. That's the first point. The second point, 2 times in your presentation you use the word draft. Because the Greens are doing you're doing so many U-turns, you don't know whether you're in a tailspin or you don't know your heads from your elbows at this stage, because you've said there a number of times that, well, this was a draft, it's a consultation. That is not, no. That is not what Minister Ryan said. He came out and
He's accepted that the language in the parliamentary question was inaccurate, and that he has accepted that, and I think that's fair to say.
I didn't interrupt you, and I'm just going to make the point. What he said very clearly, we will impose a ban. Now, he forgot to consult with the other 2 people. He's like, he might think
they're always trying to ban things in the government, guys. Like, why are they banning everything? This is ridiculous, guys. Stop banning things. It's such a dumb idea, bro.
You're running this country, but you're actually not. You make up a part of the government, but like, if you saw after your own departments, and if he minded your own business, and if he didn't come along with half-baked ideas, you have done more damage for environmental issues because of making a mess of situations like this. And that is what you've done.
I want to ask Pippa Hackett about that. So you're saying that you're alleging that there was no consultation and the other coalition leaders didn't know about that. Is that the case?
Well, no, there has been consultation for a number of years now, and as I said, this has been an issue that we have tried to bring in.
And the Taoiseach were in the loop on this.
Success, absolutely. And there are other groups who are advocating, because of the air quality. The Irish Heart Foundation, for example, are advocating strongly about these issues. Now, I do want to make the point, and you do raise a valid point, and I accept the point about people absolutely being, challenged by this issue, and we're absolutely cognizant of that in government, that people will be facing facing difficulty. So that's why the proposals as they stand at the moment are allowing for, Turberry rights are unaffected. That's very important. People can at the moment in rural areas and in small villages will be unaffected by this.
All right.
So the vast proportion of people will be unaffected. Again, it's focused on the urban setting and the difficulty. I mean, you look at even towns in your own constituency. You've a town like Tralee, for 30 odd days of the year has air quality that's below the World Health Organization. So people are going out into their towns and they're inhaling pollution.
They'll be cold if you'll have your way.
Live the
I mean,
life you want.
yeah, Michael Healy-Rae isn't the best speaker, but yeah, guys, like it's either going to be cold or poor, air quality. But the thing is, like you don't have to have massive emissions, and not everyone is going to be always putting on their fires, guys. People use electric as well, so it's not always the case.
Ciara Mullooly, I mean, you're in a Midlands community. You'll be very familiar with the tradition of turf cutting. What do you make of this and this argument that it is about public health, and it's something that has to be done because smoky coal is being banned, and that ban was introduced in 1990. But then you have all this other legislation, environment ministers not doing anything about it in the past, and it's all come to bear now.
And there shouldn't be anything done about it, guys. Why would you put any legislation about it? The air quality, I mean, guys, here's the thing. You can just, leave for a few weeks, or you can flip and whatever, guys. It doesn't, the air quality isn't always representative of what the health outcomes of people are, guys. I'd be very skeptical. I want to see a proper report. They're saying the Irish Heart Foundation came out against it, but guys, I'd want to see less of a correlation, but more of a causation study done on that. Does poor air quality lead to poor heart health and lung health? Like, people smoke a lot, guys. Do we ban smoking? No. People flipping, they have crazy amount of flipping whatever, massive corporations pumping out, waste into the world, into our Irish airs, and they don't ban those things. They want to ban the turf for what, guys? It's ridiculous. You should flip and limit the amount of people smoking. Like, I'd have people ban smoking before you ban flipping turf. That sounds ridiculous.
I think when I hear speaking to people over the last couple of weeks, Claire, it's very straightforward. The health argument, there is none. They're clear. It's not good. It's not good. Turf is not good. Burning.
So that's not true at all, guys. This guy wouldn't know anything about health if it hit him over the head. There's only correlation studies. That doesn't equal causation. If there are any studies, I would like to see one study that proves that the health of the air contributes to flipping bad outcomes on your health, because there's no way you could prove that, guys. There's no way. How the hell could you prove that?
Of turf is not good, but the problem is in rural Ireland, particularly in the Midlands, in counties like Offaly and Laois, Longford, Westmeath, they thought this argument was being dealt with. 3 years ago, we had a court case. We were before the courts. We were told you couldn't do this. The larger components, the big players, were being told at that stage the end is nigh. But then the last couple of weeks, all of a sudden, the smaller people are being told.
But there's still commercial turf cutting taking place.
They've been told they will need planning permission for anything greater than 30 hectares, over 30 hectares. And they were told that 3 years ago. And there's a process at play there. But what's happened in the last couple of weeks is the smaller person. It is, as Michael Healy-Rae has referred to, the older person, perhaps the widow or the widower, who are relying on a friend, it's not even really a relation or a cousin or their granny, it's not to be their granny, a cousin who will provide them with a bag of turf over the year.
Won't they get that? But won't they still be...
One bag of turf is nothing, lads. You gotta get at least 40 in there, man. Come on, get at least 30 bags of flipping turf in your house for the winter.
Allowed, but won't they still be allowed? That's what Eamon Ryan is saying. That would be okay. That won't be a problem. That's what the Taoiseach was saying.
I'll give you an example tonight. My uncle lived in a place called Killishee in County Longford, and he cut turf and he sold it. And it's about 8 kilometres from Longford town. Killishee has less than 400 people living in it. Longford town has 10,000. Surprise, surprise. He used to sell or give a bag of turf to a few people in Longford town. I asked the question tonight, can he do that next year? Could he do that next year under what we've heard in the last couple of days?
Can he?
Well, Longford, if it is a town of 10,000 people, will be subject to the smoky coal ban as that size of a town, and will have been for a number of years now. So any town over 10,000 people is already subject to the smoky coal ban. So Tullamore, Killarney, Tralee, those sorts of towns already have that in place. So
that's a no.
In a way, well, yes, that is a no for that.
The difficulty is, and it's very well referred to tradition and to DNA. This is a particular person who lives in Longford Town, a lady of a certain age, who has got this turf all her life from this source at this price. Now, whether you like it or not, if we take that away, you are talking fuel poverty in her situation. She cannot heat the home without that, and we haven't.
It's a damn good point, guys. Very, very good point. I didn't like his point about the whole health thing because there's no correlation there. But the whole idea of the price, yeah, absolutely, guys. She'll be in fuel poverty. I like that one.
We haven't thought about her. We've thought about the big people over the last 3 years, but we haven't thought about her.
Yeah, and it's going to affect. It's always affecting the lower class. You know, middle lower class people. All that stuff, guys. It never affects the rich people, the top tier folk. It's ridiculous. Let me know your thoughts. Go back and check out my video, the most Irish vlog of all time, A Day in the Bog. I love you all. Subscribe, stay free, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.